Snowy Salt Lake City, Utah, hosting the Triple Crown Volleyball NIT. The truck's out trying to keep the roads open. The team's in here trying to win the court. 60 volleyball courts inside the Salt Palace Convention Center as championship day unfolds in Salt Lake. OTVA of Florida and Wave of Southern California featured in our 16 Elite Championship match on ESPN3. Thad Anderson with Angela Knopf. Angela, a two-time first-team All-American at Colorado State University, now a member of the CSU Volleyball and CSU Athletics Hall of Fame. Angela, we saw the 14s match moments ago. I said thank you then. I'll say thank you again. We always appreciate your participation.
You're welcome.
We get 16-year-olds now. We'll have 18s coming up next on ESPN3. 14s, Arizona Storm won it, and now OTVA and Wave will go at it for the championship. And OTVA out of Florida, they've taken this path to the championship, including a win today over Coast of California. So they'll try to knock off their second Southern California team in the day to win the championship. For OTVA, this program out of the Orlando and Tampa areas, phenomenal program.
Phenomenal program. Great coaches. Their motto is get better every day, stay relentless.
So OTVA battling for a title here at the Triple Crown Volleyball NIT for Wave of Southern California. Their 14s just lost in the championship moments ago. They've got another shot at the title here. They defeated A5 Gabe out of Georgia in the semifinals for Wave of California. Big talent. Again, it's great to watch these players who are mostly bound for college opportunities.
Absolutely. This is going to be a great match, dynamic athletes, and Wave's motto is, let's win.
Well, that keeps it simple. That's what they'll try to do next. It's championship time, and so Wave, let's win. OTVA, get better every day. Somebody's going to take home the title of the Triple Crown Volleyball NIT next in the 16 Elite bracket from the Salt Palace Convention Center.
Craftsmanship that honors your passion, hard work, and talent in every way. You can feel it in every panel, every element, every cut. Handmade for this very moment. For all that you put into the game, you should expect nothing less than perfection.
Scenery abounds as Triple Crown presents the Triple Crown Volleyball NIT. Triple Crown Sports proud to present this Triple Crown Volleyball NIT. Also brought to you by Baden. It's all about perfection with Baden. And by PrepVolleyball.com, your #1 destination for club, high school, and college volleyball news. PrepVolleyball.com. Triple Crown Sports, Baden Sports, and PrepVolleyball.com presenting the Triple Crown Volleyball NIT on ESPN3. As the snow falls outside the Salt Palace Convention Center, the championships pile up, and OTVA of Florida will take the floor. Roberto Santa Sofia will lead his OTVA team into this championship. Brazilian Roberto, great competition he has experienced here at the Triple Crown Volleyball NIT. That's what he appreciates about being here. Brent Hilliard heads up the effort for Wave, associate head coach at the University of San Diego. This is the best competition before JOs, says Coach Hilliard. That's why they come here. They like to get their kids tuned up. He loves how the kids keep him young. They won Triple Crown a couple of years ago, and they'll try again today. And point one is a rocket, and the first point on the board to Wave in the dark uniforms. Wave in the black tops with the neon green accenting, and OTVA, the red fade look on their jerseys for this championship match. Wave swing, put away, put back by OTVA, and now the swing is down for OTVA with Sydney Conley on the attack. Server for OTVA, Taylor Head. Libero Ellie McKissock had the dig. Wave answers. And off of a touch. Wave kill. 2-1 Wave.
I love that swing by Sam. She had a great high hand swing, knowing the block was formed, was able to use their hands to get a kill.
Sam Tomoipiao with the kill. Tomoipiao has the second point for Wave. 2 points on a couple of kills for Wave. They've earned both of their points to this point. Block for OTVA. Another chance for Wave. Gonna have to send it over. Extended point. That one is hard earned off the touch. Ball is down finally for OTVA with Leandra Mangual Duran putting it away. What a great point.
What a great rally, starting with a nice dig there too, but what a great rally showing that both these teams are here to win today, and I love the effort they're putting forth right now.
Ellie McKissock serving for OTVA, and she's the one who just had that sweet dig that you saw on replay. Wave takes away her serve with a point. And it's 3-2, Southern California leading Florida here. OTVA out of the OT there is Orlando, Tampa. So the volleyball academy stretches across Orlando, Tampa, across the midsection of the Gulf Coast of Florida. And Wave out of Southern California.
Yes, coast to coast. It was fun reading about both these teams. They both love beach volleyball, given the fact they have beaches. And so you'll probably see a lot of that beach volleyball play inside this match because they're going to be doing high hands and roll shots and a lot more shots that we didn't necessarily see in the 14s.
Ball change for the server, Haley Frank. Haley went over and asked for a swap out, so she was granted that wish. Yeah, the beach game, and you're seeing so much of that in
NCAA,
the NCAA side
Absolutely.
of programs adding sand or beach, and coaches talking a lot about how it rounds out the game of an indoor player and the different kinds of skills you develop.
Yeah, especially when it's amazing when you go from playing beach to indoor and you deal with the elements of sun and wind, and then you're passing now indoor and the ball stays there, it doesn't move last minute. So it really works on your ball control, your vision, and teamwork as well. So it really adds a lot to your indoor game.
It's amazing. I mean, you see it across the college landscape, but we're in Salt Lake City, and you see a player like Adora Anai, who is a complete dominant player in the Pac-12, playing beach in a two-person game. I mean, it's such a different dynamic for all the different types of plays you have to have, the kind, the defense that's required, all of it, and it just creates coverage of the court.
Another great example is Catherine Plummer, played at Stanford, was the National Player of the Year. She also plays sand, dynamic sand player, and is super successful both indoor and on the beach.
OTVA forging a tie now with their server to the line, Leandra Mangual Duran. Smile on her face. She communicates up front. OTVA stacked up tight. Mangual Duran's serve is played and played well by Wave as they turn that around for a point.
That kill goes for Yasmin Pit. It's so fun to say her name, but she was just really, really effective out of the one and the middle. Was able to get it right by that block.
Now Yasmin serving. Good approach and swing from Taylor Head. Nice defense by Wave. It's blocked from OTVA. Wave again. Tough dig for Leandra Mangual Duran. And passing the placement test, back corner, Taylor Head was denied earlier, not this time, as she pounds down the line to the corner.
That shot right there, just another beach shot. It was from out of system, and so she had to be really creative to find an open floor, which she did in that back corner.
Serve into the net from Audrey Douglas. Douglas will rotate out. serve for Wave from Carly Deal, and Deal aces. Too
Really?
easy, dealing an ace.
Dealing an
I
ace,
decided
that was
not
too
to-
easy.
not to go
Oh,
there.
man, that just lined you up for that.
Carly Deal. Likes to read on the beach. Nice option to have in your
would
daily
be
life. Well, you're seeing the arm get warmed up for Taylor Head. Head is powerful at the net as the kill.
She actually was noted as one of their go-to really dominant players, and actually heading to Arkansas next year, or excuse me, in a couple of years to play. She's already committed, and Arkansas has got a great athlete coming to their program.
You saw Lauren Gips at the net. Gips wearing number 9. Head was near her, and at the net cleaning up is Sydney Conley on the overpass. Conley puts it down. Served by Sierra Jenkins, and then she sees it fly on by as Wave turns some offense.
I like that strategy by OTVA. They're trying to serve short, maybe to disrupt their offense, but Wave actually handled that really well and was still able to be in system to get a
Quickly
kill.
to Kendra Knox, set by Carly Deal. Knox had the kill. There's Taylor Head swinging again, getting good attempts here in the first set. Playing best of 3 here in the championship of the 16 Elite. First 2 to 25 points. If a third is forced, it'll be to 15 points. Nice recovery by
Great
Wave.
cover.
But a misfire on the swing sends it long and out. Roberto Santa Sofia, you see him on the sideline for OTVA. He's an active coach, up and moving
I
around.
love watching him. He's so animated. He celebrates. He's with them, walking around down the court. He's really actually a really engaging coach.
So the description is beautiful Brazilian.
Yes.
No, let's see, broken leg.
Beautiful.
He's got a broken leg.
You can't tell.
He's kind of limping a little.
Yeah.
So he's working a
He's
broken
one of
leg
those
over here.
athletes like, yeah, just tape me up. I'm fine. That's game day. It's finals. Championship.
Rub a little cord on it.
Yes. Put me in the game.
Serving for Wave, the libero, Maddie Wilmot, with OTVA up 11-9 in this best of 3. Crowd surrounding court number 13 of 60 courts here at Salt Palace Convention Center. Nice angle coming across from Sydney Conley. Kill.
That's actually a really tough shot to make as a right side when your setter's right next to you, and she was able to find that sharp angle, which is a great shot.
Serving libero, Ellie McKissock. We've seen some good play from McKissock in the early going. She's got to scrape up a ball here, and not quite enough to get that over. Tough scramble for OTVA, and Wave. Well, you can kind of feel this one. I think we may be into a heavyweight bout for the 16th
totally
championship.
agree. The higher level we go, the less airs you're going to see, which means the closer these matches are going to get. So already shaping up as a great matchup.
No touch at the net by Wave. That's going to sail out. Trying to find some hands up front. Wave pulls off the block, lets it fly away. Tip from Wave will put us into a tie. Off speed.
Here's number 8 showing her beach skills at its finest right now. She's hit a few and knew they were a little bit deeper on defense, was able to find the hole in the defense.
Answer by OTVA. That's Sam Tamoipiao, who had the tip a moment ago, and now OTVA answers back. Seesaw, teeter-totter, going to get us through set number 1. Narrowest of margins on the board. Checking in for Wave. You saw right there Layla Haberfield. Layla is receiving serve as she checks in. Big wind-up and the kill for Sam Tamoipiao.
Again, a great, smart choice. She knew the block was formed that time, so she was able to use the outside hand of Sierra Jenkins down the line.
3 kills apiece for Tamoipiao and Pit leading the way for Wave. Astrophysicist. That's what she wants to be when she grows up. Come on now. OTVA.
What does an astrophysicist day look like? Do you ever wonder that?
Well, you start
What do I
off
do
and you do some astro work, and then you get a break, you get a snack, and then you do some physicist-y work. And then in the afternoon, you combine them and you do astrophysicist work.
I think I'm exhausted already.
I don't even know. Wow. Wave bringing waves of attack. Sophia Tolino leans back and hammers.
Great swing by Tolino here. She was able to find a little bit of the outside hand. Still was able to go angle from the outside hands block.
14-14. Carly Deal for Wave, now 7 assists. The setter facilitating the offense. Tough serve has OTVA in trouble, and there to take care of business in the net. Couple for Wave will lick their chops on that ball sailing over the net.
Give that credit for the serve from Yasmin, because she was able to put a tough ball as a serve to create an out-of-system play.
Yasmin Pit into the net. That puts us back at a tie, 15-15. OTVA had a little lead, and Wave worked their way back, pushed on top. Brent Hilliard, head coach, and Steve Timmons, Jay Lloyd, the coaching staff for Wave. See Steve Timmons.
I remember watching him when I was a little girl. He was one
occupation,
incredible player.
Growing palm trees and chili peppers in Mexico. That's what Steve Timmons is doing these days.
Say that. Yeah, one of the most prolific and dominant players of our past volleyball.
Yep, now these young players getting the benefit of learning from one of the game's greats.
Absolutely.
Brent Hilliard and Steve Timmons along with Jay Lloyd. Jay Lloyd also an assistant coach at San Diego along with Brent Hilliard, who's an associate head coach.
Jay was so fun to talk to. She was so gracious and just gave us a lot of time telling us about the team, and it was really nice to meet her and just be able to get some insight from her.
Carly Deal has the ball. She'll serve with set 1 tied at 16-16. Great job by Triple Crown Volleyball putting on this Triple Crown Volleyball NIT. Been impressed with the officiating, not only the referees, but the line judging. We've got hired line judges for these matches here, but the teams take turns officiating too after their matches. They'll take the lines, and nice work here at this event.
I can't agree more. The officiating has been fantastic. I've watched numerous courses, and they've been on point, and I can't say that too often. So they have top of the top refs here, which is great, so the kids can just focus on the game.
We're going to play at 17-16. OTVA has got that reverse. Let me double check on score. That's down and through the gap, and it's 17-17 now. We'll fix that up. That last point did go to Wave. We had some net on that. 17-17 now the count.
Sierra Jenkins.
OTVA will send Sierra Jenkins to serve.
Sierra Jenkins is an incredible threat. Being a left-handed setter, she's able to do what she just did, turn and hit, or jump set one of her hitters. So she is quite the threat to be respected, because what a great tool to be able to hit with her left hand.
Attack error from Wave sends that ball wide to the convention center corner. Photographer Sierra Jenkins, the lefty, serving with the team up by 1. There's the block. OTVA with Taylor Head and Lauren Gibbs.
That was a great time block, nice and sealed, arms over the net, penetrating to take off all those angles, led to that incredible block.
Lauren Gibbs has been in on 3 blocks, and that gives OTVA a +2 on the scoreboard, 19-17. VolleyballMag.com, your daily digital news source for all things volleyball. VolleyballMag.com offers extensive coverage of NCAA women and men, juniors, girls, and boys, USA national teams, and beach competition. From the AVP to the FIVB to the NCAA, visit VolleyballMag.com. That's VolleyballMag.com. Thanks to volleyballmag.com for their coverage and support of this Triple Crown Volleyball NIT. Just love that shot. Look at that one. The upper part of your screen, that's all just volleyball. 60 courts.
Our own little world.
14-year-olds up through 18-year-olds playing here. 436 teams and nearly as many college coaches in attendance. Over 400 college coaches. Just a gathering, a celebration, a mecca of
and tall ones too.
Volleyball.
I swear, like walking around here, I'm starting to feel pretty short being 6 foot. I think there was a girl about 6'10" yesterday I walked by thinking, wow, what is happening around here?
Whoa, the block now is happening for OTVA. Up and down, big denial by Sydney Conley.
What an incredible block. She knew she was one-on-one, so she dropped her inside hand to take away that angle. That's what you got to do when you're one-on-one. You got to take a risk because usually that hitter wins. Incredible move.
Ham had the swing and the dejected look after she was rejected by Conley. Nice overhand dig by Maddie Wilmot. And that attack is long. And this is the decisive serve run right here. It's been on the arm of Sierra Jenkins. Jenkins, who had that great setter move that you talked about, put her to the serve line. And this has been the decisive moment in this first set. Jenkins serving now this big +4.
And to start with their timeout, the coaches brought them together, gathered them together. He's really talked about them having a family atmosphere, playing for each other, brought them back together. They came out of the timeout and has made a run, which now in turn has caused Wave to have to take a timeout to regroup to stay in this match as well.
OTVA huddle as they work on that lead in set one. Triple Crown Volleyball NIT, 435 teams, coast to coast, from Washington to Florida, Hawaii to the Carolinas, 14 to 18-year-old age groups, the who's who of club volleyball, and all the college coaches patrolling the convention center. Triple Crown Volleyball NIT. Check out triplecrownvolleyball.com for this year's information and information on next year's NIT, which will move to Kansas City, the convention center in KC. Expected to grow to nearly 500 teams next year. That ball's got the back line, and Wave gets a quality timeout. That's what you need. Get a timeout, get a point.
They had a lucky break there to get that timeout, which they desperately needed to stop that run.
Served by Sophia Tolino, and now Tolino watches that drill itself to the sport court.
Sydney Conley again, she's hitting from the right side. There they brought her in for a 2. They're using her all along the net and finding a lot of success moving her around.
Conley with 4 kills. Free ball, McKissock puts it up. Outside on the swing to Sydney Conley. Conley now up for the block.
2 for 2, a
That's
kill and a
2
block.
solos in the last couple of points.
Yes.
Solo blocking Conley.
Not only a solo block, a kill, and then a solo block again. She was able to know again she's one-on-one, jumps into the angle. She's 3 points in a row for her team.
Committed to Florida State University is Sydney Conley as her team now gets to set point 24-18. We've seen Lauren Gibbs have a solid set one. Gibbs in on 4 blocks in this first set. And there's a power arm. Taylor Head going to do the serving on set point. She'll go float. Ooh. And that
was one hit.
Got right into the face of Sydney Conley.
What a swing
Ouch.
here. My goodness. That was a great set, though. I don't think anyone thought that she was going to set that ball back, including OTVA. So
you can see
what
Kendra
a
Ham
rip.
who hit that. Ham actually, right when it hit Conley, she pulled up and looked apologetic, or at least sorry about that happening. Look at Conley hanging in there, though.
Absolutely. You never intend to ever hit someone in the face, but man, when that ball was, she unloaded on that one. So that's going to probably leave a little bit of a headache later on, but she's still in. She's like, I got one more point to win this.
I
I'm
appreciate
staying in.
the natural reaction of Kendra Ham was of concern. It wasn't of, yeah, check me out. How about that?
How about that? You hit me in
Set
the
Sydney
face,
Conley.
I
She
finished
just
the
took
game.
a facial kill, battling through it. Give her the ball. Give her the set.
Right.
Sydney Conley has a
Leave me the
huge
ball.
first set. 5 kills to lead all players. And she gets the final kill along with 3 blocks, a couple of solos. The MVP without question of set one.
Amazing. After getting hit in the head, she puts that ball away for game 1 win.
I was on heroin.
I used crack cocaine.
We both know you've seen and heard me talk about addiction too many times to mention. So why haven't you called? What are you waiting for? The call is free, the consultation is free, and the referral is free. So call now and get the help you need before it's too late. Don't be another statistic. Remember, call now.
Call 800-450-7054. That's 800-450-7054.
If you or a loved one took the diabetes medication Invokana and then suffered an amputation, call right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation. Clinical trials have shown that leg and foot amputations occur almost twice as often, prompting the FDA to issue a black box warning that the use of Invokana can increase a patient's risk of foot and leg amputations. There are time deadlines to file a claim, so don't wait. Call right now.
Call 800-393-2195. That's 800-393-2195.
OTVA of Florida takes set number 1, 25-19 over the Southern California-based Wave Volleyball Club. 1-0 OTVA. They win this one, they win the 16s Elite Championship. Baden Sports proud to be the official volleyball of the 2018 Triple Crown Volleyball NIT. For nearly 40 years, Baden Volleyballs have set the standard for quality and craftsmanship, delivering world-class game balls to clubs, colleges, and conferences around the country. Baden, it's all about perfection. Well, why not bring in perfection embodied? I don't know.
Exactly.
Seemed like a good line. Tom Hilbert, I'm Thad Anderson. Angela Knopf, who was a 2-time first-team All-American playing for him.
This is the guy.
I was doing public address announcing actually at that time.
I know.
So I was going Knopf on the kill, Hilbert on the quality strategy.
I know.
Coach, thanks for coming by today.
Yeah.
You're here. Why?
Well, because there's 5,000 volleyball players here. You know what I mean? We like to. This is a great tournament. It's one of the best tournaments in the country, especially in terms of hospitality for college coaches, which I think is important. So, you know, we like coming here, and they've got great talent from all over the country playing in this, and it's exciting.
So you are based in Fort Collins at Colorado State. Triple Crown Sports, who produces the event, based in Fort Collins. Kind of nice to have that in your backyard. Of course, you've got some family involvement in this too. You got your own daughter here playing at the event.
Playing, yeah, she's
good too.
They're having a good tournament. So they've only lost one match. So I'm excited for them.
We have been watching the 14s and the 16s and progressively watching the athletes get bigger and faster and stronger. What have you seen over the last couple of years, how the athletes have changed since back in the day? If you can remember when I played, Tom. I know you got to go way back, but
I'll tell you,
way back.
Because recruiting is occurring so much earlier, you start to look at how players mature, and then you start to see these players are getting very physically mature at a very young age. You know, 14 and 15 years old. You're seeing kids over 6 feet tall who really understand the game of volleyball. They're skilled. So, you know, we have a great group to choose from.
As we work into set number 2 with Coach Tom Hilbert from Colorado State University, Wave and OTVA exchange points. Server for OTVA is Sierra Jenkins. We saw Jenkins, the lefty, do some great work from the serve line. Here she's in the net. Coach, you're here. The teams from Washington State to Florida. We've got them from coast to coast. It used to be Southern California, a hotbed of volleyball. You're in Colorado. I know Jesse Mahoney's got the CU program doing good things. What's the state of prep, youth, club volleyball in Colorado as it compares to the national scene?
Well, it's really good. I mean, you know, you see it's the number one women's team sport in the state of Colorado. Big numbers playing it. Lots of people playing club. Lots of successful clubs. So I think we've got a good group to choose from.
Not to brag, but I think part of that's too because the enthusiasm and the excitement of going to a Rams game or a Buff game, and the girls see that and they want to continue because they want to be those girls one day. They have great role models in our communities. I think that's adding to such awesome excitement.
Yeah, I agree with that. The sport is becoming much more high profile all over the country, but especially in Colorado.
Yeah, I think CSU perennially in the top 10 attendance. You guys have done a nice job turning out the fans.
Best Rams in the country.
Everybody chasing Nebraska, of course, for the attendance figures, but that's a good target to aim for.
And Hawaii.
Wave taking off and throwing points on the board. They're up 4-2 now as OTVA earns back the serve. And to the serve line, that's Taylor Head. You see awaiting a volleyball. It's one of the fun things I like about a 60-court tournament. You get volleyballs just sort of cross-firing everywhere. Where our ball goes. Somebody check the ball, would you?
Now, do you guys talk about the assistant coach for Wave and who he is?
Oh, wait, Steve
We
Timmons,
ta-
have you
yes.
heard of him before?
We made
I
reference.
don't know. I
hope
just
you
didn't have
have.
a poster of him when
Because,
I was little,
but
did you?
He walks around this tournament, and a lot of the
No
young
one
people
does.
have no clue
No idea.
what a big time player he was.
Yeah, no, I told Dad earlier that he was the one I used to watch the Olympic team, and I had posters of him. So he's has volleyball royalty basically.
Yes,
in
and then
terms
he
of the legend,
started his
so.
own sportswear company, Red Sand, and then he married Jerry Buss's daughter, Jeannie. He's had quite a life story.
You know, on his little info sheet, his occupation, growing palm trees and chili peppers in Mexico.
That's right.
That's what you're going to do in a couple of years, right?
I
know,
hope
retirement.
I can afford to do that.
Serving for OTVA, that's Ellie McKissock, and
Great dig.
nice up from Taylor Head. We've seen a dynamic game out of Taylor Head. She's got a lot of skills. Block is there for OTVA. Wave trying to earn their 6-point double up. And there's a throwdown at the net. Put away, and point earned for OTVA by Audrey Douglas.
What a great swing, but even a better dig right there for OTVA, number 14, saving that play. What an incredible move she made.
Taylor Head featured in that replay. This is wide on the swing, and OTVA forges their way back to a 5-5 tie with a 1-0 lead. If they win this set, they win the 16s Elite Championship. Coach, what are the big differences you see from 14 to 16 to 18 on a kind of a developmental arc? What do you want to see as a kid moves from those levels these every couple of years?
Well, they get bigger, and all teams from player to player get bigger and stronger and more physical. But you also see a really significant improving in serving and passing because the serving velocity gets a lot better at 16 and a lot better at 17 and 18. And passers have to adjust to that. So you really start to see who the good passers are when you get to 16, 17, 18 years old.
Wave substitution coming in for Wave is Layla Haberfield. Layla's sister played in the 14s championship that we had on ESPN3 a moment ago. Also, Hannah Carl, who plays for Wave in the 16s, her sister in the 14s also played. So a couple of family affairs going on in the championships. Get the swing to Yasmin Pitt, and that won't be coming back.
That's a great set by Carly Deal right there. She wasn't necessarily quite in system, but was able to still find her middle right there for a nice 31 with Yasmin.
10 assists for Carly Deal. She has an ace in the match also. Double-digit assists here early in set 2 for Carly Deal. Big wind up and swing from Leandra Mangual Duran. Wave again at the net. Nice presence up front. Take care of the loose ball. It's Sophia Tolino and Yasmin Pitt.
Coach, I want to ask you too, like if there's little girls sitting at home right now wanting to play in college, what advice do you have for them? How do they get recruited? What are the things that they need to be doing? What are the things they need to be focusing on? What would kind of been your idea of what some good strategy for them?
If you're a young player, you got to get out and play as much as you can, and you got to get out and handle the ball as much as you can. I think it's really important to be comfortable in all phases of the game right now. You never know how much you're going to grow. You never know what you might play from one year to the next. So you need to be good at everything at a young age, in my opinion, and then see where that takes you. There are different players that have different backgrounds. Some start late and are still real successful, but most of the time, especially in the skill positions, setter, libero, you got to start those really young, and you got to get good at those, and you got to understand every little nuance of the ball handling part of the game.
And what kind of things at Colorado State? You say that the pride of your program are the athletes that you have. What are the characteristics? I know, other than someone who tips really well, because that's why you recruited me.
No.
But, what were the kind of qualities that you were looking for?
Well, to be real honest, Angela, every school looks for different talent that they want, but every coach wants players that are very deliberate in how they learn and go out and you teach them something and they will continue to try to learn it whether you're there or not. And I think that's really important. Be an active learner. Teach yourself how to play the game as much as, and that is in itself being coachable. So I think that's really important. And you see kids who do that are also happen to be the kids that go to school all the time and go to class and make good grades. They all have those same characteristics. They are very invested in their own ability to learn and grow. And that's what I think is important.
That's great advice. And if you're at home right now, get some paper out, because these are great things that you want to put down and remember for your future.
Mm-hmm.
9-9 score in set number 2. That's off the touch and out it goes. And OTVA takes back the 1-point lead in set 2, trying to win the championship right here. They'll send to the serve line Emily Lawrence, a setter who's in serving. Lawrence now has the serve. OTVA assist leader Sierra Jenkins has 12. She gives way to this serve opportunity for Lawrence. Send it out to Tolino, and she missed it, and up by 2 now, OTVA. While we're doling out advice, been coaching forever at Colorado State. So you've got perspective from a recruiting, the what parents should be thinking about recruiting, but now you've got it yourself with your own daughter.
Right.
What are a couple of ideas, a couple of insights you throw out to the parent who's either working through the process or preparing to get into the process, trying to get their daughter a volleyball opportunity?
You know what? I think they need to support their daughter and make sure their daughter loves the game. Nothing's more important than that. Loving the game and loving to play, because we do see kids that are kind of burned out at times. But then you see players who really embrace the game itself. And I think this gal to my right was one of those. You got to love to play. And if you love to play, it's going to show, and you're gonna make your own opportunities.
OTVA piling up points now. We were tied at 9. It's now 13-9. That means timeout on the Wave side of the court. Wave takes a timeout, down by 3. Triple Crown Sports proud to produce the Triple Crown Volleyball NIT. Whatever your game, softball, basketball, baseball, lacrosse, volleyball, treat your team right with destination locations, signature memories, and professional staff. Get in the game at triplecrownsports.com. That's triplecrownsports.com. Thad Anderson, Angela Knopf, Tom Hilbert, the head coach at Colorado State. I know you probably don't. You have it tattooed on you somewhere. 22 or 23 consecutive NCAA tournament appearances.
23.
I'm losing count. They're
and
piling
Hall
up.
of Fame the same year I was in there.
Congratulations.
Well.
Yeah, we got 2 CSU Hall of Famers. I want to ask, we want to be respectful. I know you're here with a couple different duties. We'd be happy to keep you for one more little segment, or we can get you off here if you need to get running.
Well, I probably need to get going.
I figured it might be about time.
I've got about 4 players to watch, and then I got to go to the airport.
We were getting greedy, but what I do want to do is I want to get Angela the final shot. Since she played for you, you go ahead.
I just think we talked about earlier, last thing I want to ask you is we see so many life skills. These girls are learning hard work, perseverance. They lost the first one, come down. You did such a great job at CSU caring about the player and developing them as a person. What kind of things do you do, and what kind of things you see them develop as a player throughout those 4 years that you really enjoy watching?
Well, I like to see kids, I call them kids, they grow from kids to being adults.
Yes.
And as part of that is developing mental toughness, and understanding how to get through difficult situations, how to stay in the present, and how to have a picture in your mind of what is the best version of me right now, and how can I be that? And that's not easy to do. People say it all the time, but it's not easy to do because anxiety creeps in and things like that. But, I like to see when players grow up and they become people who can handle the most difficult things in life with a lot of grace and class.
Well, I definitely experienced that myself. So thank you for what you did for me and for what you're going to do for all those future athletes. And thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Coach, I know you've been here in Salt Lake the last couple of years. Going to join us in Kansas City next year for the move of the event?
Absolutely.
All right, we'll see you there. Thanks for the time, Tom Hilbert.
Thanks, Coach.
It's Tom Hilbert with Colorado State Rams Volleyball. Off to check out more players, including his own daughter, playing here at the Triple Crown Volleyball NIT. 23 consecutive NCAA tournaments for the Rams.
Yeah, kind of good,
coach,
isn't
Tom
it?
Hilbert. That's amazing.
It's pretty fun. It's pretty great community.
That was
the fans
Maddie.
there.
Yeah,
amazing.
Crazy support and great venue. Maddie Wilmot just had a phenomenal dig, the libero for Wave. Wave got the point, and now they get this point, and they're back within 1. It was a 4-point disadvantage a moment ago.
Kinder knocked there with the overpass. Luckily got a touch off the block, but what great anticipation for that ball coming over the net.
Intensity of Sophia Tolino at the net, number 29. You saw her preparing and flashing some signals. Tolino has the look. She's going to get the ball. Block up for OTVA. Wow, nice job of making something out of not much by Sophia Tolino.
Maddie Wilmot, the libero for Wave, with an incredible covering. Not only was that a great block, she got blocked, but watch number 10 cover this ball one-handed to keep that play alive. So then they have another opportunity to get that point. great coverage by Maddie.
Maddie Wilmot has had a solid match and has been great the last few points, pulling off some athletic plays. Nice work by OTVA, hammering through the block. Taylor Head goes to work again for Head, 5 kills.
She's really had a great afternoon so far, displaying a lot of variety. High hands down the line, using the block. She's got a lot of range of tools in her toolbox, and it's fun to watch.
Low-level play there. Ball was down low for Wave, and that put them in trouble. Never really got some elevation to their attack. Gave OTVA a clean run at it, and OTVA up by 2. 10 points away from clinching the championship of the 16 Elite Division. Tough serve. Take advantage of that. It's Jenkins again at the serve line. She has done some damage, Sierra Jenkins, at the server position.
That's what really sets the teams apart, is when it comes down to it, who serves better and tougher and who passes better. And right now, Jenkins is really putting them in pressure situations they're not able to be insistent.
Kendra Ham had a nice look. That was sent back, and now Wave reeling a little bit as they fall down by 4 points to OTVA. Sierra Jenkins with 10 assists. She's got 3 kills, a block, and she's serving. I should correct that. She's got 14 assists. I missed a line of hash marks. 14 assists for Sierra Jenkins, and the beat goes on.
And
OTVA
she's running
steamrolling.
the offense. She knows her players well, and she's able to feed her hitters from wherever she is on the court right now, and doing a great job distributing the ball.
They've scored 43 points so far in the match and 15 assists for Sierra Jenkins. She's been the distributor. Yeah, Wave out of sync there. Timing was off, and they pay the price. And another timeout. Ariana White trying to work in the middle, but the timing was not there, and Wave's got some trouble now, down by 6, trailing 1-0. PrepVolleyball.com, your #1 destination for club, high school, and college volleyball news. Weekly national club rankings by experts who actually see the teams play. You can stay up to date with the recruiting and commitments updates, including our college needs list. Check out comprehensive coverage of the top events across the country, including the nationwide Unsigned Showcase Series. PrepVolleyball.com. The event on the move in 2019, the Triple Crown Volleyball NIT, will head to Kansas City thanks to Niles Media, our production group. They're going to love that. They're based in the Kansas City area.
Great people.
The old production truck won't have to drive very far
That's
for that
right.
one. At the Kansas City Convention Center, a 5-year agreement to hold the event in Kansas City. So 2019, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Good counting.
So that's 2019 to 2023, the next 5 years of the event. Expecting about 500 teams on 64 courts. Triple Crown Volleyball moving to the heartland, Middle America, to continue the growth of this great event.
And here's Sierra Jenkins on another run. She had a run in game 1, doing exactly the same in game 2. Wave needs a side out to stay in this match.
Goes long on that. Remember, I mentioned that set 1, the decisive serve run in set 1 with Sierra Jenkins, and she did it again.
Yep. She's not only running the offense, but she's making an impact from the service line as well.
As you said, aces are great, and you'll take them every time you get them, but it's not just acing to command from the serve line.
Disrupting the offense of your opponent.
And you also mentioned earlier about, you played middle. The serve is just long. Blocking, it's fun to stuff people, to reject people. But a lot of times blocking, it's about creating a target, creating a moving obstacle, making the hitter adjust their angle, send it long. We've seen some good work with that today, too, adjustments of the block to alter the approach of the offense.
Absolutely. Well, it's the job of the setter to give their hitter a one-on-one opportunity where they only have one blocker in front of them. So it's very difficult these days with the speed of the game for a middle blocker to keep up with the pace. But both these teams are actually doing a great job closing the block.
Pushed over and a double contact, and Wave. Well, now on the wrong end of this, we saw their 14-year-old team make a great run to the championship, and they were swept by Arizona Storm. But congratulations to Wave on getting teams into both championship matches. This doesn't look good for Wave. They've still got a chance here, but it's going to be tough. OTVA has been solid today. Taylor had a rip of a jump serve. They're going to give the point to Wave, and
And OTVA, they stopped playing. Yeah, they stopped playing there. And Wave has done a bunch of changes. They've changed their setter. They've changed some hitters. And that ball, everyone thought maybe she was in the net, and they stopped playing. But lucky them. That's why we always learn. Don't stop playing until you hear the whistle.
Yeah,
Keep
if
playing.
it's on the wrong side of the antenna or hits the antenna, it's out. And OTVA thought they had a point instead. That gives the serve to that talented libero, Maddie Wilmot. Been fun to watch for Wave, and she's jumping around celebrating another point.
Great block by number 8 right there. She needed that block to stop that run and to get this team some momentum so they can fight back to stay in this match.
We've had a chance numerous times to watch key contributions from Sam Tomoe Piao. She's been at the net. There she is again, getting a touch on that swing. Tomoe Piao heads to the outside, so they go opposite, and the block is there for OTVA.
That's a great example of what you're talking about, that as a block, having some strategy. They were both perfectly formed, a double blocked. That is what we call a wall. There's nowhere to go but a great block.
With Mangual Duran, Gibbs is in on her 5th block effort of the day. And another double contact, ball handling errors a couple of times for Wave. And we go to match point with OTVA on the brink. Arizona won our 14s, the Arizona Storm. So the state of Arizona took the 14s championship. The state of Florida looking to capture the 16s championship on match point. Head plays it in. Hammered.
Wow,
it's a nice dig by Wilmot. Mangual Duran with the championship sealing swing. Down it goes from Leandra Mangual Duran as she tallies on the day her 3rd kill of the match to put it away. Champions of the 16 elite bracket at the Triple Crown Volleyball NIT. Congratulations, OTVA. We will conclude the final thoughts from the Salt Palace Convention Center. Wave scores 19 and 16 against OTVA as OTVA South sweeps. And the championship clinching point, Mangual Duran loves it, as does Roberto Santa Sofia, celebrating a big run in Salt Lake.
Craftsmanship that honors your passion, hard work, and talent in every way. You can feel it in every panel, every element, every cut. Handmade for this very moment. For all that you put into the game, you should expect nothing less than perfection.
This year, the National Invitational Volleyball Championship, powered by Triple Crown Volleyball, returned to the NCAA Division I scene. Ole Miss swept Texas Tech and took the title. This NIT concept returns in 2018 and will feature talented, deserving programs competing to take home the NIVC trophy. Visit womensnivc.com. Congratulations in our 16 elite bracket at the Triple Crown Volleyball NIT Club event in Salt Lake City. OTVA South and their coach Roberto Santa Sofia, they take the sweep of Wave of Southern California, 25-19, 25-16, Thad Anderson, Angela Knopf. Concluding thoughts on the 16s after the 14s were won by Arizona Storm. It's the Florida-based OTVA with this championship. Another dominating performance in a sweep here by OTVA.
OTVA had a great afternoon today. They always had the motto of you get better every day, and you could see they were relentless and they were getting better as the match went. They also stressed playing as a family, which was evident, showing so many players having major contributions. And Sierra Jenkins, their setter, number 4, 15 assists and 3 kills as a lefty setter, ran the offense so well. And of course, Sydney Conley finishes the match with 7 kills, but even more impressive, 4 solo blocks, which really made a difference. They were a family. They won as a family. Congratulations to OTVA.
Wave, a great run through the Triple Crown Volleyball NIT. Tough to get anywhere near the championship bracket, and Wave did it in both the 14s and 16s. They both take second place, and in the 16s championship, OTVA takes home the title. Bunciana and Legacy of Indiana and Michigan will compete next on ESPN3 in our Triple Crown Volleyball NIT Championships. Thanks to our entire crew, Niles Media, Martin Tarr, Angela Knopf, I'm Thad Anderson. We'll be back with more from the Salt Palace Convention Center as OTVA takes the 16.